the young, and the restless spoilers. Traci was overwhelmed with fear as Christine and Danny revealed unsettling information about Alan. According to them, Alan was a con man who had left a trail of anger and deception in his wake. This revelation struck Traci hard, as she had only recently discovered love with Alan. Her happiness, which had seemed boundless, now hung by a fragile thread. Alan had always portrayed himself as a charming and well-loved individual. He had a way of making everyone around him feel special, and Traci had fallen deeply for his charismatic persona. Yet, Christine and Danny's words echoed in her mind, casting a dark shadow over her newfound joy. Christine, a longtime friend of Traci, had always been protective of her. She and Danny had seen their share of life's ups and downs and were wary of anyone who seemed too good to be true. They had crossed paths with Alan before, and the memories were far from pleasant. Alan's past was checkered with deceit, manipulation, and betrayal, leaving a trail of victims in his wake. Danny, normally a pillar of strength, appeared unusually shaken. He and Alan had a shared history that went back years. They had known each other well, too well perhaps, for Danny to ignore the danger signs. Alan had not only recognized Danny but seemed to know intimate details about his past. This recognition filled Danny with dread, a stark contrast to his usual composed demeanor. When Alan eventually confronted Traci, Christine, and Danny, the tension was palpable. Alan claimed he had changed, that he was a reformed man seeking a normal life. He spoke of redemption and the desire to leave his troubled past behind. Yet, his words did little to ease the fear that gripped Danny and Christine. They knew too well the potential consequences of Alan's secrets being exposed. Danny's fear was not unfounded. Alan's past was a Pandora's box of dark secrets and dangerous liaisons. He had been involved in various criminal activities, from financial fraud to more sinister deeds that Danny dared not articulate. The knowledge of these secrets made Danny wary, fearing for Traci's safety and his own. Despite Alan's pleas for a chance to prove his reformation, the skepticism among the trio remained. Danny and Christine were torn between their duty to protect Traci and the risk of alienating her by appearing overprotective. Traci, caught in the crossfire of conflicting emotions, felt her world crumbling. She had to decide whether to trust the man she loved or heed the warnings of her closest friends. Alan's desperation to convince Traci of his sincerity was evident. He recounted his journey of self-discovery, his efforts to make amends, and his desire for a fresh start. Yet, his narrative was met with caution. Danny, with his extensive knowledge of Alan's past, found it hard to believe that such deep-seated traits could change overnight. The situation reached a boiling point when Alan made an emotional appeal to Danny and Christine, seeking their forgiveness and support. He argued that everyone deserved a second chance, a shot at redemption. Danny, however, remained unconvinced. He knew that the stakes were high and that a single misstep could lead to disastrous consequences. Christine, ever the mediator, suggested a middle ground. She proposed that Alan prove his transformation through actions rather than words. This compromise offered a glimmer of hope, though it did little to alleviate the underlying tension. As the days passed, Traci found herself grappling with her emotions. The love she felt for Alan was genuine, yet the fear instilled by Christine and Danny's warnings lingered. Alan, on his part, was determined to show that he had indeed changed. He took small but significant steps to demonstrate his commitment to a new life. Danny, while still wary, kept a close eye on Alan, ready to intervene if things went awry. His fear was not just for Traci but for the potential ripple effects of Alan's past catching up with them all. The trio's bond was tested as they navigated the murky waters of trust and redemption. In the end, it was Traci who had to make the ultimate decision. She realized that her happiness could not be dictated by fear alone. She needed to see beyond the shadows of the past and judge Alan by his present actions. It was a leap of faith, one fraught with risk, but also the possibility of true love and redemption. Alan's secrets, though terrifying, were a part of his journey. His sincerity in seeking change and the support of Traci, Christine, and Danny would determine whether he could truly leave his past behind. The future remained uncertain, but one thing was clear: the path to redemption was never easy, and it required courage, trust, and an unwavering belief in the possibility of change.